Just look at how that clear shellac treats that wood. Look at that. It is, I mean, you can see there's a piece behind it. It darkens it a bit, and it doesn't so much darken it as it just brings out the differences in the grain. I mean, it's fantastic. It really is. I mean, if I can't have amber shellac, I guess I can have clear shellac because it does its job. Not only does it protect the wood with a finish, it just makes a difference in the look of the wood. It makes it richer looking, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. We're gonna let these dry for a minute because it doesn't take long in this heat, and that shellac, it just dries out real quick. It's, alcohol based, and that just burns right off in this heat. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I may pull that trailer in here and get started on it quick. Upon further review, I am not going to install those walls today. Only because when Max makes their delivery to me, which is the door that I need for the Scotty, I can't leave the Scotty outside without a door on it. I can't leave this project outside in lumber. Neither one is gonna fly. So what can I do? Because usually it's almost always 415 they come by. And so I'm just gonna wait and be patient on the Scotty. Now, what can I do? I can, because I've already built the walls, I can build some ceiling panels. But I can't, this isn't like a Scotty where I know everything is gonna go to the same place and I can even estimate and get it right. And I'll show you why. Let's look at this piece and say that is, let me back you out a little bit. Okay, just so we can get a good idea. This is the front piece. So each panel can be no more than 48 inches because it's a 4x8 sheet on the roof. They've got to be 77 wide because the trailer floor is 76 plus 1/2 inch of plywood on each side, 77. So, and let me get going. So if I make a 48 inch panel, which is what I'm gonna do, it's only gonna come up to about right here, about right there. And it might not even do that because the way they build these, they drop that front down over the tongue. So like in a Scotty, that first piece sits right on there. And I think this one will too. It's just, I think you got to build up the, because they didn't do that on that last one. But they did cut out the front metal piece to go over those two metal frames of the trailer. I'll figure it out. But I'm almost positive that first piece of the roof starts right on top of that. But I'll make sure that it's right. So we're only can go up to here. So I can't just build another 48 to go like this, making this little bend right here, no biggie, no biggie. This curve, nope, didn't make it at the factory. I tried 2 years ago, nope. So this is going to be approximately 28. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right up to here. Can you see that? I'm going to go up to about right here, and that's where I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to go right up to here where it starts getting flat, and that's where I'll run my other roof panel. So my first roof panel, I can build that to 48, and it'll run there. No problem. I can do my first 48 right here. No problem. But this is going to take an exacting measurement, because where these two stop is going to make this curve. And on the inside, as they did from the factory, either wood or newer, they did that metal. When you saw, we tore it apart. And they put about a 45-degree angle on each piece. Let me see if I have a piece sitting around here. Well, there's one. I'll get this big long one out of here. Hey, you guys just amuse yourselves while I don't plan these. So what they do is they'll take this whole piece, that's what I did, and I'll cut a 45 here and a 45 here. And then on the interior, that will sit right here. Nice and easy peasy. And most of it, half of it anyway, well, more than half, will not be exposed in this trailer. But it looks cool anyway, because this finish is different than that. So it looks cool. We did it in that last compact we did. So this just needs to be built up enough to catch the metal going over the top. I hope that makes sense to you. And I'll show you as I go. But I'm telling you now just why I'm only going to make 4 panels right now. Because I can only go to here. I can't make that without a... Dang it. I can't make that without an exact measurement. But I can make that. That didn't count because I looked. So I can do the exact same thing on the back. And that will leave me a small, a 28, 29 inch one there. The back is much shorter, so it'll probably, maybe even 20, I don't know, something like that on the back. So we'll have to make those custom. And then we'll just have the skylight. Might be skylight and a half, I don't know. We'll have to, because really we've got, this is shorter than 48 because of where it got cut off. That might only be 40 from here, probably less than that. Now I'm curious. 42. So that's 6 inches that can bleed over into the other 4-foot piece. Then we've got that 2-foot piece that has been cut down, and it may only be 20. And so then that's gonna bleed over into, we're fine. We're fine. It'll just be a skylight. But I can't, that's an exacting measurement as well. I can't do that without putting the trailer together. So that's why I'm gonna build 4. Have them ready to go. I'll feel like I got something done because I love putting the walls up. It takes very little time, and when the walls are up, you did something. And then it's time to go interior. I mean, it's interior go time. And this one's gonna be a little bit different, so it's gonna be, I'm getting excited. Let me put it that way. Something different gets me going. I had a vacation, did I tell you? I had a vacation. I'm kind of caught up. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. But enough about me. Let's build these 4 panels. Same way as we always build them, no problem. And We'll get them shellacked. I let them dry because it's hot out. I let that glue dry for 30, 45 minutes, clamp down. And then we will clear shellac them. They'll match. Ooh, look at that. It will match this, but it's different. This is a different, you were with me when we picked them up. It has a different look. It's gonna be the same, but it's gonna be a little different. That's what I like about the contrast of using these different pieces of wood and not painting. I think it just makes it so interesting when you're sitting in the camper and you're laying down, you look up, whoa, that's different. Then you're sitting there eating your lunch and you look at the wall and you go, hey, that's different. That's just me though, that's just me. I like things to be interesting that way. Simple, but interesting. That's kind of how I see myself. More simple than interesting, but are you tired of listening to me talk? 'Cause I'm tired of talking and making no sense. I'm gonna get to work.